guys, buckle up for another new episode of Below the Iceberg, the one and only podcast where we talk to real-life 2 Comma Club winners. Whether you're a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a wannabe entrepreneur, or you've been in business for a while, you're sure to pick up tidbits of actionable advice from these million-dollar entrepreneurs. And if you don't know what a 2 Comma Club winner is, it's where they have built one funnel in the ClickFunnels software and sold $1 million through just that one funnel, which is an absolutely fantastic achievement. In today's episode, I'm really excited to be talking to Akbar Sheikh, who's tried every type of online business model and is now living his dream being a very successful entrepreneur who has hit the 2 Comma Club award multiple times. Let's dive in and find out what he does and how he went from once living inside an electrical closet to building his empire online and all the unexpected things that happened to him on that path to the coveted $1 million funnel. Okay, so today I am absolutely excited to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And I want to congratulate you on getting the 2 Comma Club award. And I know it was quite a while ago for you, wasn't it? Do you want to tell us when you first hit that?
Well, I had helped some of my clients hit the 2 Comma Club award, and you get to be a part of that award as well. But I don't know. Was it my first year in business or so? I don't know the exact time, but it was a couple of years ago, I suppose.
So did you help one of your clients hit it before you hit it personally then?
Yes.
And what was it that you did for them? What were they doing? Can you remember?
Yeah, I remember very clearly. They were a digital product. They were a language product. Everything that I help my clients do today is basically what I did for them. I helped them redo their messaging, redo their funnel, redo their videos. Meaning when I say videos, they're I guess super mini webinars, their mini VSLs. Inserted all ethical principles of persuasion into their funnels, re-optimize their email strategy and sequences, basically all the marketing and everything that's needed to build a 7-figure business.
Okay, I see. So I had a quick look into your stats, and I see that you've got about 51,000 followers over on your Instagram channel. You've got about 10,000 in your free Facebook group.
Yeah.
And you've got about 13,000 followers on your personal profile on Facebook.
Yes.
So which one did you start building first under your brand?
The Instagram is all garbage, by the way. I did not know. I hired a guy to build it. I did not know. I think he just got a bunch of fake followers. That's a totally fake number. I don't use Instagram really anymore because of that. He totally screwed up my account. By the way, most people you see out there with a large amount of followers, most of them, whether on purpose or not, they're mostly fake followers. So I hate that. I think it's complete garbage, because what ends up happening is innocent people, the average person has no idea about that. They have no idea you can buy followers. So they see, oh, wow, this guy's got 100,000 followers. Wow, they must know what they're talking about. In reality, they have no idea. They just paid somebody a couple of grand to do that. Much like when people buy PR and stuff like that. What I built first was really my personal Facebook page, which I don't necessarily recommend per se, but that is what I did.
All right. Okay. So your business is called your name. So you're branded as yourself, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I used to be a lot more. Now it's really more the Coach's Secret, which is the product suite.
Okay. So can you tell our listeners exactly what you do in the Coach's Secret?
We help entrepreneurs, whether they're a little bit more established or a startup. We help them really make more to give more. We basically allow them to use our frameworks. We partner with them. So basically our systems and frameworks have helped our clients in all different industries all around the world collectively make over $50 million. So we basically partner with our clients now, and we just allow them to use the same exact systems. It's all the funnels and all the traffic and all the offers and just all the good stuff.
Okay, awesome. So can you think back to when you got your client, that first 2 Comma Club award, was that the mission with that client to get that goal, or did it just happen?
No, it wasn't necessarily the goal. That's actually very interesting. I don't think I've ever been asked that. Let me think hard though. This was years ago. No, not necessarily. I mean, yeah, yes and no, in the sense that it was never about the money. It was about the impact, because it was a transformative course that helped people with the language and improve the quality of their lives. Actually, it was, also religious studies. So it was always about just more. It wasn't about a particular number. It was just more, as much as humanly possible, because we wanted to spread the good word as far as possible. So yes, we talked numbers, but really what we meant behind those numbers were like, how many people can we impact?
All right. Okay. So when it actually happened with that client, did you know it happened, or did it just pass by in the background?
No, we didn't have some big celebration once we hit 1 million. No, I actually knew, I think by that, no, I knew after the fact. I didn't even, I wouldn't know. It's not like I was monitoring that. I'd be monitoring just growth and sales. How many students did we get last semester? How many did we get this semester? And I wasn't necessarily even doing like, okay, 500 times 200. And some of these guys are on a payment plan. I wasn't doing like those revenue numbers. It was really about, the impact.
Okay. Okay. So
I'm not much of a number. I'm not much, let me give you a caveat. I'm not much of a numbers person.
All right. Okay. Okay. I want to do a little bit of a rewind now. I want to take you back to your childhood.
Oh, here we go.
So what did your childhood look like? Where did you grow up?
Connecticut.
Okay. And what was it like? What was childhood like for you?
Nice childhood, honestly speaking. Moved to Connecticut when I was born in San Francisco, then moved to New Jersey, did first grade in New Jersey, and then moved to Connecticut second grade and spent most of my life there. But it was nice. Connecticut, small town, not too far from Yale University, about 15 minutes away from Yale University, in a small town called Orange. Kind of an old farm town, or used to be a farm town. Typical, nice, what was it, 3-4 bedroom, kind of typical, the hell kind of house is it? It's like, 2,000, 2,300 square feet, nice big backyard, I think the plot was about 1 acre. And, we had siblings, I have 2 brothers and a sister. And we had a lot of family, a lot of cousins and stuff, and we would get together on the weekends and have a lot of fun. And
what did your parents do as jobs when you were a child?
Dad's an entrepreneur.
All right.
Mom helped out at times. He had a chain of dollar stores and then a chain of clothing stores. Ended up having some furniture stores. So retail. All
right. Okay. Yeah. And what was your ambition? What did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, I always wanted to be a businessman because that's what I was taught. Really, it was just ingrained in my mind.
Okay.
I did not know anything else.
Okay, because that's what your dad did.
That's what my dad did, and that's what my dad told me to do with my life.
All right. Okay. So did you go to college?
I did. I actually just saw the transcript the other day because I'm applying for my master's degree in religious studies, actually, as a hobby of mine. My GPA, I believe, actually, do I have it here? I might just have it right here. Hold on 1 second. Might have it right here. I think I do. Yeah, actually, I want to just verify this with you real quick. I think it's a 2.6, but let me check. It is a 2.45.
So what was that in?
My GPA was a 2.45, which I think is like, I don't know. I think it's like a C average probably.
Right. So
my grades were not that great. Yeah.
Yeah. So what course was it? What were you studying?
Oh, I got a degree in, interestingly enough, the degree was called entrepreneurship. So I guess it was kind of like a bachelor's in business, but with a focus on entrepreneurship.
All right. Okay. So when you left college, then what did you do then?
Well, see, now that's interesting. When I left college, I went into the family business, and I it smacked me like a ton of bricks. I hated it. Yeah, I
What
absolutely
did you
hated it.
hate?
Oh, all of it. I don't like retail at all. They say the customer is always right. The customer is never right. You're in this box all day. You can't leave. You know, it's the lighting is bad. The stores were in some rough areas, so the crowd was rough, and I didn't like that. It was slow. You know, there wasn't a lot of business. So it was just boring, and wasn't interesting, and it was just not the right environment for me.
Okay, I know what you feel. My parents had shops and I used to work in their shop when I was a child.
Yeah, what kind of shop?
And you just sat waiting for a customer to come in.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember that too. Yeah, it was.
So what happened next then? So how long did you stay there?
Oh man, on and off throughout the years, to be honest with you, because like sometimes I'd go there and then I would leave and I would sell cars and then I would leave that and go back to the store, you know, on and off, like, you know, for years and years, way too many years than I should have done.
All right. Okay. So how did you then get started online?
I remember I was at the, you know, I was at the, I was searching for a why, you know, I really had no idea what to do with my life. And I was searching for a why. And I bumped into a Craigslist ad. And this Craigslist ad, I don't know why I was looking on Craigslist for, you know, some meaning to my life, but I bumped into this like network marketing type thing. And I was like, huh. I was like, wait a minute. I know why that lady's smiling, and I know why it says buy now, and I know why it says it used to be 200 and now it's 100. And it's like kind of the first time I saw that like in that way, and I was like, wow, super cheesy, but I'm like, wow, I just understood naturally the psychology, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. So there was like $2,000 to join their like silver program or whatever, and I didn't have the money, so I sold my car. And I got in network marketing, and that's kind of where I got my feet wet. I got lucky. I had a pretty cool mentor. She was like one of the first ever 7-figure earners in that niche. And she taught me a lot. You know, she was elder. And she took a liking to me for some reason, and we would talk on the phone, and she kind of mentored me. And taught me a lot of stuff. And anyway, I did well in that industry. And then by the time I figured out what it was, I'm like, I hate this. This is not me at all.
So what product was it?
Oh, it was one of these, it was like an MLM. It was like, it wasn't like perfume or anything. They were digital products.
All right.
Yeah, they were selling like digital education, basically. But I just didn't like that industry, and I didn't like their tactics and stuff. So anyway, once again, I'm like, oh man, like now what do I do? I don't want to do this. And by that time I was just kind of newlywed, funny enough. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. It hit me one day. I think one day this customer complained about, and I'm just like, oh my God, like this is not me. Like these people are not, like this is just not, this isn't me. This is again the wrong environment for me. So I ended up doing some pro bono consulting for that client I told you about, for the first client I had.
All right. Okay.
And I was doing pro bono work for them. And I'll never forget, with my network marketing business, I got a $20,000 check in the mail. And that same day, I did some free pro bono consulting for those guys, just going over their funnels and a lot of the stuff I still do today. And I got more satisfaction out of that free phone call. So I basically, long story short, I shut my business down, thank God, and I went to work for them as a marketing specialist and took over their marketing.
Okay. So were you working for them, or were you self-employed, or was it working for them?
No, I was well, it was, you know, it was kind of both really. It turned into I was working for them. And then within a year, you know, we helped get them a lot of results, and then they wanted to go into, they didn't want to grow anymore. They wanted to maintain. So then what I did is I started my own business. I said, well, I help these guys crush it. I can help anyone crush it. So that's what I did. I went into business to help other businesses grow, and that's what we've been doing ever since.
Okay, so back then, what did you do to get started? Had you already found ClickFunnels at this point, or not?
Yeah. When
you decided to go it on your own?
Yes.
You'd already discovered ClickFunnels.
Yeah. I remember the first time I think the first time I saw Russell Brunson was on from the network marketing days. There was this lady named Michelle Pesca-Peloso, something like that. And she, I guess, was friends with Russell Brunson, and they ended up doing some webinar together. And Russell was selling ClickFunnels when it kind of first got started. So that was actually my first exposure. I was like, wow, this is interesting. Yeah.
So when you started then with that first client, you'd already had ClickFunnels, and that's when you started implementing it with them. Is that right?
That's right. They were using ClickFunnels. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So then you went on your own. So when you started out on your own, what did you do? How did you start getting customers? When was this? What sort of dates are we?
Dates? What are we talking? 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. I went to, I was in ClickFunnels, obviously got into that whole world, and I just basically, raised my hand and basically introduced myself, saying, hey, this is who I am. This is what I bring to the table. If I can help anybody, let me know. And then I started doing a lot of organic marketing. I started doing a lot of Facebook Lives every day. I did Facebook Lives. And I just
on your personal profile.
Personal profile. I did one, as a matter of fact, today. And that basically how I got my start, is introducing myself and doing and getting a little bit of an audience from introducing myself in various different groups and stuff, like ClickFunnels and stuff like that. And then I just built that audience by doing daily Facebook Lives, which was cool. But in retrospect, I should have been building like a YouTube channel or something. But because now all those Facebook Lives are gone.
Yeah.
But if I had YouTube videos, they'd still be here and people would still be watching them, and I'd still be getting business from it. But in theory, anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's easy to hindsight's 2020, and who knows? I mean, everything happens for a reason. And I truly believe that, which is why my level of anxiety is quite low, because I believe that everything happens for a reason. I try to share some of the thoughts so that other people can maybe learn from it, but I'm content with whatever's happened.
So when you first started then, so you were just building were you just building the funnel, or were you building?
Yeah, well, my first offer was like, hey, this is what we're going to do. I can help like optimize your entire business. I'll take a look at your offer, make it better. I'll take a look at your funnel, make it better. I'll take a look at your emails, make it better. I'll take a look at your strategy, make it better. I'll take a look at everything, make it better. So here's the offer, one-on-one, just like we're doing right here on Zoom, one-on-one, 8 weeks. We'll do like a whole revamp of your business. And it was, I don't remember. I think I started charging 2,000 and then 35 and then 5,000 and then maybe even 75, 100. I don't remember. I think I did, but and that was the offer. Really good offer. I just burnt out from it, and I stopped offering it.
So were you actually doing it as well, or were you just consulting with them, or were you doing everything?
My first offer was, it was hands-on. We were doing it on the spot, like on the call.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Like, all right, let's change this to that. Let's change your messaging to this. Let's change your email to that. Let's change your strategy to this. We need to get this. It was very kind of hands-on.
So how long did you do that for before you started the Coach's Secret?
Well, I don't know. Oh gosh, I don't know how long I did it for. I mean, I did it for a little bit, not that long, because I burnt out pretty quickly. So I don't know. I probably had like, I don't know, maybe 20, I did 20 people like that, something like that, maybe more. And then I burnt out from that because I'm on Zoom all the time talking to all these people. And I'm like, oh.
Did you have a funnel to get those people to get?
Yeah. I had a funnel. I had a webinar. Yeah, I had a webinar. And then after that, I did Done For You service, where I built funnels for them. I'm just like, look, I can't talk to people all day. I'm just going to do it for them. So then we built funnels for people. Then I got sick of that because I didn't like that model, just because like when you do something for someone, they think that like, oh, I'm paying you money and this should like make me $1 million. Well, there's so much more to it. It's not that. I just make you a funnel, and there's so many moving pieces that I'm not in control You know, like if your sales team sucks, well, like, okay, I can't, what am I going to do? Your sales team sucks and, you know, you can't close sales, or your Facebook ads are no good. Your Facebook ad person's no good. It's like, you know, there's all these different components. So it's just like, well, you know, I didn't like it.
Did you have a team when you were doing that, or was it
Yeah,
just you?
no, I had a team. I had a nice lean team. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Then I went, after that, I went into courses and masterminds and stuff. Courses, out of everything, my favorite model, I've done pretty much every model: mastermind, events, done with you, done for you. I like events, although I don't do a ton. It's the whole COVID thing, but I do enjoy events. And my favorite is group coaching. That's my favorite. Because it's real simple. Well, here's all the stuff. Here's a course. Here's all the frameworks, materials, and everything you need to crush it. Go crush it. If you have any questions, we have support for you. We have daily kind of Q&As and stuff like that, where I can have a team of coaches kind of answer that, and then I go live every week as well. But that's my favorite because it's the most amount of impact with the least amount of effort.
Okay, so when you launched Coach's Secret, how did you launch that?
Well, at the time, was it called Coach's Secret? Yeah, my first course was called, I think, Seven Figure Family, which is primarily the same thing as the Coach's Secret. The way I launched the Coach's Secret was actually a cool way. I launched it as an event. So I sold it for like whatever it was, $2,000. But I said, hey, it's an event. So I just did like one post and we got a good amount of people. Well, I did a whole marketing thing, but it was all organic. And I did an event where I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you the course, and or come to this weekend event, and I'm going to teach you all the stuff. And so that's how we launched the course.
All right. Okay. So that was just your people in your Facebook group and your profile, or?
Yeah.
So how did you grow your Facebook group?
Organically and paid. Mostly organically, actually. That Facebook group started years ago when I got a 2 Comma Club award. Actually, the group was called the 2 Comma Club group, or the 2 Comma Club. Yeah, 2 Comma Club. 2 Comma Club. I think it was just called that. And I just invited all 2 Comma Club winners into that group. And I'm just like, hey, let's all just network and, you know, hang out with each other and give each other ideas. And so I got all of them in there pretty much, which was super cool. And then that just evolved into like a group, you know, where here's what it is. I mean, the group I just cultivate them. I give them trainings and I cultivate them. And, you know, it's a farming system where you just keep cultivating them and giving them value. And then you say, hey, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, the other day I did a live, there's 40 people on there. Just gave a lot of value, a lot of energy, a lot of value. I taught them about how to price their product. And then at the end, I give them the offer. I'm like, hey guys, if you want to partner with me, I work with you every day. Me and my dream team work with you every day, hands-on, until you hit 7 figures guaranteed. If that sounds interesting, you want to interview to see if you qualify, just type in, oh my God, it will reach out to you. And really it's just that simple. I mean, find people who really need the value you can provide, give it to them, have a strong call to action, and then get them in your program.
Okay, so was it the Coach's, before you called it the Coach's Secret, was that when you first got your own 2 Comma Club, or was that from?
I don't even think I applied for my own Comma Club, 2 Comma Club, until I made over $1 million. So, yeah, I could have even, you know, it's funny. I did not even apply for one. I could have, I didn't. I don't even know why, but I didn't. But I did apply for one last year, but you can apply for one after you make 1 million, but I applied for one, I think last year or something like that, after making millions. I don't know why. But you don't get one per million. So I guess that's the thing. So like now, for example, if I've made like 4 million or whatever, I don't get 4 awards, I get 1.
Yeah.
And that's what they just told me, by the way, because I did apply for another one because I didn't know. Because I'm like, well, why not? Why don't I just get 4? And they're like, no, you can only get one. And the next one I'm going to get is when you hit 10 million. So that's the one I have to play. But I don't really care about that one too much, although that'll be cool. But the one I really want is the Too Hard Award. And the Too Hard Award is when you give away $1 million to charity. That's the one I want.
So is that your goal? Is that your goal now?
Truthful, I want it. Is it a big, strong goal of mine? No, because again, I'm not a numbers person. So I've given 6 figures in charity. The exact amount, I don't know. I'd have to ask my accountant. I haven't given $1 million though, for sure. I want it, but is it something I work towards every day? No, it's more of a natural thing, and God willing, I'll get it. But no, it's not like I wake up every morning and that's like the goal. No, maybe it should be.
Yeah. What is the goal then when you wake up every morning?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's fascinating. I don't remember when this was now, maybe like a year ago or something like that. I went through a slump in my business. I'm like, what's going on here? And I realized that I had actually already accomplished all my goals. I helped people make 6 figures, 7 figures, even 8 figures. I had gotten a #1 international best-selling book. I had spoken on stages all over. I had been on top podcasts. I've been on the cover of like Funnel magazine. I blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, oh, I hit all my goals, the things I wanted to do, a TEDx talk.
Yeah.
So then I had to revamp my goals. And now my goal is the Too Hard. I do want that. Is it a super strongly feel it? No, because again, I'm not a numbers guy. I do like building, doing serious charity work every month. Like, past couple of months, what we've been doing is building classrooms for poor people to educate them, to get them a career. So for example, it's like we're teaching women how to sew so they can start a seamstress business. We're teaching some people how to repair cell phones so they can start a cell phone repair business.
All right. Where's that happening then?
Well, that's in Pakistan. It's
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's a third world country. So what happens is they're very, very poor. And like, if they have 3 kids, like they can't even afford to send them to school. So like maybe like the dad's working, the mom's not. So like, we're trying to help the moms get some work, like training them to do whatever they want to do. Like, one is a seamstress and different things that they do over there. So that's really cool. We just bought a bunch of sewing machines. We built the construction of the classrooms. We got the teachers, it's a whole project. So it's really, really cool. I like doing that stuff. Look, if I'm going to be totally honest with you, Polly, at this exact moment, do I have some super strong business goals? I really, I don't know how I feel about saying this, but I suppose I don't. If you want the absolute truth, I suppose I don't. Which, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've never been much of a super strong. I guess I'm currently, you caught me at a stage where I'm currently going through a transitional period where I've done a lot of the things I wanted to do. I'm married now, I have a house, I've got kids, and I've done a lot of the things that I've wanted to do. I guess I'm in a transitionary period where I need to now map out that next phase. Maybe I suppose that is where I am in my life right now. I suppose I was living in a closet, in an electrical closet with no hot water. No.
Oh, yeah, you didn't tell me about that.
Yeah. Well, at some point during that whole journey, I was living in an electrical closet. I've lived quite a full life. I was living in an electrical closet with no hot water, no windows, no showers. And then we did a bunch of cool stuff. And, became top 1% earner and helped a lot of people out and blah, 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 blah. And I guess we're here now. But the trajectory was like this, it's like, okay, get a client. We help them to 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. Okay, TEDx talk. Okay, we did this, we did that. We help people make 10 million, 20 million, 30, da, 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 da. And I suppose now we're kind of like this, where we're just kind of maintaining, I suppose.
Right. Okay.
I guess that's the honest to God truth. And I guess I need to really create that next phase of my life. And now I'm thinking more like, okay, because I've always been fiscally irresponsible. And I've never been much of a planner. So I suppose now is more, my mind frame is now shifting to, okay, well, we need some reoccurring assets, and we need to get, some passive income and all these things, and set things up in that way. So I that's the planning I need to do now.
It's funny because I was reading a book recently, and it said when people, they set the goal as the millions, and once they reach it, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do now.
That's basically what happened. I think that's what's happened to me. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm just like embarrassed or shy to admit it, but I guess that's what's happened to me. It's like I've hit my goals, and now I'm like, well, now what? And I guess I'm trying to figure that out.
So what's been your biggest hurdle in this online journey?
I think my biggest hurdle. What do you mean?
Well, has there been a time when you thought, I don't want to do this, I'm going to give it up?
Yeah, definitely. Last year, I was thinking very, very seriously considering selling my business. What had happened was, again, right? Once again, a lot of it became meaningless to me, right? Like when we first helped someone hit 7 figures, like, oh my God, I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, I don't believe this. Wow. And then we got another trophy and another trophy, and then 10 trophies and 20 and then 30 and then 40. And it's just like, eventually it's like, well, all right, I don't know. Now I have a closet full of boxes which I haven't even opened that have trophies in it. And, it just became meaningless. So I'm just like, dude, I don't know, I'm just kind of over this now. I've done what I set out to do, and I've done some cool stuff, and, all right, what's next? Then what happened is a client we have called Michelle. This happened recently. She has an autistic child. And in fact, she has an autistic child, and the child can't speak. And the doctor said, well, it's too late. It is what it is. And that's the story. And she refused to buy that as an entrepreneur. So she said, she developed her own systems. And not only did she teach her kid how to talk, but taught her kid how to sing as well.
Wow.
So what was awesome is that she took our frameworks and she built her business, and her business was to find other families that have autistic children that can't speak, who've lost hope because the doctors, don't get me started on doctors, they've said, hey, kids can't speak. And she totally changed their lives by helping them speak. And yeah, she made a bunch of money. I gave her a trophy, which I don't really care about, to be completely honest. But when I heard that, that was honestly one of the greatest success stories of my life. And when I heard that, I like melted. I'm like, okay, all right, we're going to double down here. We're going to go find a lot more Michelles. And just before this interview, I was talking to a new client of ours, and guess what he does? He helps people live longer, and by getting rid of their heart disease, because a lot of people die prematurely due to heart disease. And so he's figured out a way to do it, and we're going to help him help a lot more people. And look at that impact. We're going to have children who are going to have a mom and dad that they're not going to have their mom and dad because they're going to die from a premature heart attack. And now they get to grow up with a positive like parent, which creates a better society.
Yeah.
So look at the tremendous impact. So to play a small role in that is just like, okay, it's pretty cool,
That is pretty cool. So what's your biggest achievement then, apart from winning? Money's not the thing. What's the biggest one?
The biggest one is the Michelles of the world, all the clients out there that we've helped do great things like Michelle. That's easily and honestly, the charity work we've done, and the Make More, Give More movement, where we've inspired people to make more, to give more. We've tried to instill giving in the entrepreneurial fabric, reintroduce that a little bit. And we've been able to do some tremendous charity work. We've built community centers, we've built water wells all over the world, we've sponsored orphans all over the world. We've been able to do some really cool things. So by far, easily, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, okay, I bought this house, which was cool. All right, whatever. Got some nice cars. Okay, got some nice watch. All the guru crap, right? Got the watches and the blah blah blah. And that's all fun and everything, but it pales in comparison to the Michelles of the world, all our tremendous clients that we've helped, and the message we've been able to put out there, and the charity work, which I'm honored to have been a part of.
How did you get started in the charity work? How did you know? Like, how did you start building something in Pakistan?
Well, my uncle has a pretty large charity there. It's very, very good. Actually, he has an orphanage there. He has a pharmacy there. I think they fed like 1 million meals or something crazy. It's called the Noor Project, actually, if someone wants to look it up. It's really a tremendous, they do unbelievable work. You see, you have to find a charity you're passionate about, because all due respect, but I live in America, greatest country in the world. All due respect, that's just, how I feel. But I know you're in England, right?
No, I'm in Wales.
Oh, you're in Wales, yeah. By the way, I love England too. My grandma's from London. I actually really love England, and I love Australia. Anyway, but I live here in America. But I'm not a big look. No, all due respect, don't want to offend anybody. I'm not a big fan of local charities. I really am not, and I'll tell you why. Because in any first world country, well, I don't know. I should just speak about America because I know about America the most. But I assume for any first world country, you can't starve to death over here. You can't. In other places all over the world, they're starving to death. So if I only have, I only have a certain amount of dollars, everyone does, I want to allocate those to maximum impact. So I can help some local guy here, but honestly, the government, the government takes care of you here. Like they'll pay your rent, they'll give you food stamps, they'll take, and we pay taxes. So, and there's so much grant money, dude. There's billions of dollars of grant money that goes unclaimed. So, but in other places in the
I see where you're coming from.
But in other places in the world, they're literally dying. Literally people are dying because they don't have food or they don't have water. So my passion is to go give them food and water and shelter and give them a fishing pole and stuff like that. That's how I feel. But you got to do whatever you feel passionate about.
Yeah. So what's your focus then for this year?
Yeah, my focus for this year is, I think one of the big lessons I learned in 2021 is, you are your own worst enemy. And I always come up with ideas and we try to do new things. No more ideas, no more new things. You just want to double down on what's working and just make it work a lot better. And I want to get more heavily involved into crypto and NFTs. But as far as my business goes, I just want to double down on what's working and just go deep. And instead of continuously adding new ideas, I just want to improve and just enhance and not add anything. I want to add by subtraction and just go deep. So
what are you doing with cryptos?
Listen, there's an opportunity. You got to put some focused time in there. There's countless crypto and NFT millionaires that have been made. It's just a rare opportunity. It's a generational opportunity. I haven't made anything special, full disclosure. I'm pretty seriously vested, although my return is not that impressive at all. But I'm new to it. I'm learning it. I've taken some big hits. I've gotten some wins as well. But yeah, I'm naturally attracted to it. And I'd like to spend some serious time on it because I think there's a tremendous opportunity to create some generational wealth with it.
Yeah. So how are you learning that then?
The hard way. by taking a bunch of losses. The traditional way anyone learns it, I've joined some masterminds, I've bought a bunch of courses, I've been reading about it, watching about it, and then implementing. So, I just need to spend more time doing it. That's the thing, right? In order to succeed at anything, all you need is a plan, some support, and the time to actually do it. And I suppose with me, I just need to do a little bit of a better job managing my time.
Okay. Right. I've got one final question for you. If you were going to be an animal for 24 hours, what would you be?
Wow. Interesting. the first thing that comes to my mind, I want to think about it, but the first thing that came to my mind is a bird. A bird. I don't know what kind of bird. Maybe an eagle is coming to my mind. But I suppose it'd be fun to. Although funny enough, I'm afraid of heights though.
I don't know if you'd make a good bird then.
Yeah, I don't know, like a great bird, but I suppose that speaks to my personality too. Though it's like I'm a big freedom junkie. So I suppose flying is kind of complete freedom in a way.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and chat to me today. It's been really awesome to find out your story. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I've done a bunch of these, and you are definitely doing a much better job than most people out there.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, no, really, it was great, honestly.